Well, hello there! So, today we're going to talk about reducing our plastic consumption and that way increasing our quality of life and saving some money. You don't believe me? Come see. I'll show you. So, there are various types of plastic. Some are recyclable and some are non-recyclable. Today we're going to focus on the recyclable types and mainly two that we lose money without even noticing. These are plastic bags and plastic bottles. And I'm super excited because today we're going to do our first giveaway. Oh yeah! And I'm going to talk about it after the fourth tip. Stay alert. But Bruna, why should I care about consuming less plastic? Why is that like important to me? So, I don't know if you notice, if you have been like in the beach, on rivers, I know like we're quarantined right now, but maybe before that, you saw that there are actually plastic coming from these rivers and also the sea. Have you noticed that? So, that's actually a global problem and not just a local problem that we see. What is happening is that we consume plastic and then we put it to recycle. But sometimes the country that we live in is not able to recycle all the plastic that we produce. Do you get the problem? So what's happening is that even if we put the plastic that we consume to recycle, sometimes it does not have the capacity to recycle everything. Okay, so what happens is we put it to recycle. It can end up going to landfills, and from those landfills it goes up to rivers from these water streams and then end up in the sea. And what does actually have to do with anything? What is the problem of end up in the sea? So I really like fish. Like, I think they're such like beautiful creatures, but they're not so smart. So what happens is like fish and even turtle, they see this plastic, like mainly plastic bags, and they think, seaweed, or maybe, jellyfish, and they eat this plastic waste. And what is happening is that they get intoxicated inside of them because of the digestion process of plastic, and they get contaminated by a very specific substance called phthalate. It sounds funny, but it's not funny at all. And I wanted to ask, do you like sushi? Do you like fish? Do your parents have or friends have like some sort of meeting where you guys like to eat maybe grilled fish, like barbecue fish? What's happening is that the plastic waste that we produce, it's getting back to us inside the various seafood that we eat. Okay, but now that we know the problem, let's talk about the tips that you can use in your daily lives in order to reduce your plastic waste production. Okay, so I'm sure you think the first tip is just like, use reusable bags. You're wrong. This is the second tip. But okay, moving on. First tip. So, plant herbs at home. And why do I say that? Like, I don't know about you, but every time that I have to go to the supermarket, I have to get one of those plastic bags and then put my parsley, my oregano, and those plastic bags, they're terrible. They're very hard to recycle. You have to send it to a specific place, and I know not everybody likes just sending those to a specific place. So if we just cut the need to actually use the plastic bags and preventing it to go to landfills and maybe ending up on the oceans, maybe you should just plant some herbs at home, and you can actually have some more fresh air at home with that. I do it, you see. Okay, so tip number 2, and that's the typical one. But please, use reusable bags. And again, because every time that you use a plastic bag, when you get it at your place at home, and then you have to dispose of that, you have to send it to a specific place because it's the specific type of plastic. So if we just cut the need to use those, it's better for everybody. Oh yeah. Okay, but I also know, because I was also like long ago the type of person that would go to the supermarket and then get the plastic bags because I needed those to like exchange the garbage bins at my place. And it's like, I know, I used to do that. But then it comes our tip number 3. Oh yeah! So, tip number 3, it's actually something that changed my life. I didn't know that that existed before I moved to Canada, but it's using compostable bags. And okay, but what is the difference between a compostable bag and a plastic bag? So what happens is, after you use your compostable bag and then like and throw it out, that actual bag is biodegradable, so it degrades in the environment. It's so amazing. But it's important to make a quick parenthesis here, because somebody asked me that. So, there is a difference between purely biodegradable bags and compostable bags. So, compostable bags are biodegradable, but there are some type of biodegradable bags that are actually made of plastic, and even though they decompose, they can end up being decomposed into very, very small particles of plastic, and that's just all part of the problem. So be sure to buy compostable bags and not bags that say that they're biodegradable. You have to be sure they are compostable. That way we know they're derived from plants, and when they decompose on nature, they don't actually turn up into little pieces of plastic. Cool? Cool. And now I'm gonna give the 4th tip. And this tip is just like amazing. It really changed my way of dealing with my waste at home, and it really helped me a lot, and that is using a thermos. So I want to also to give this as such a great example for you to save some money. So imagine every time that you walk into work, I know that you want that fresh, cold water. And sometimes you're like, I'm just gonna buy that bottle on the way to my work. No problem with that. So every time that you buy a bottle of water, plastic bottle of water, you use $1.50, okay? So imagine that by the end of the month, 150 times 30, that's 45 bucks. A thermos does not cost 45 bucks. It's actually less. So just on the first month that you use a thermos, you're gonna be able to maintain the coolness of your water, at the same time saving money and helping the environment. Will you look at that? And after that first month, you're gonna be saving 45 bucks every month. Will you look at that? And that's our first giveaway. We're gonna be giving away a thermos. And the Instagram official post is already there. And we're gonna do the draw on the 31st of July. And why the 31st of July, you ask? Because this month of July is happening an amazing campaign from the company called Plastic Free Foundation to help us and incentive us to actually use less plastic in our daily lives. So that's why we're gonna be giving away a thermos so you can start also reducing your plastic waste production. Will you look at that? Oh yeah, the rules are very, very simple. It's all written there, but you should just follow us on Instagram, follow us here on YouTube, and follow a friend. That's it. No more tricks. And of course, the more friends you tag, the more chances you have to win this beautiful bottle. A very important thing to say, and that's optional. What I'm gonna start saying now, it's optional. You can share our post in your stories, Instagram stories, and that also counts as a marked friend. Just tag us so we know that you did that, and that's all. Isn't that awesome? Cool. So I hope I see you there at the giveaway. I'm super excited and I hope you win. But beautiful person, that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the tips. I hope they helped you in some way, because they really did help me. And remember, every time that we do good for the environment, we do good for us and the people that we love. Okay? See you next time.